Rosemary's Baby still chills after 5 decades. Its dread feels intimate and disturbingly plausible. A nightmare set in daylight. Levin locates horror in a bright, modern Manhattan apartment house. The setting feels safe, even mundane, which sharpens every creeping doubt. There are no cobwebbed castles or howling storms. Instead, ambition and real estate envy draw Rosemary and Guy to the Bramford. We recognize their decision because we might make it ourselves. Levin converts everyday compromises into gateways for evil. The dissonance unsettles before anything supernatural appears. Readers lean forward, trying to spot the first real threat. That participation binds us to Rosemary, who trusts too easily. When the walls finally close, we feel trapped with her. The daylight never leaves, yet darkness thickens. Normality itself becomes the villain's mask. This inversion remains chilling today, surrounded by our smart home comforts. Levin showed that terror thrives when it rents the apartment next door. Every faucet drip and elevator ding acquires ominous overtones. The city's hum becomes an anxious heartbeat we cannot quiet. Levin manipulates the familiar until it estranges the reader from her own space. Few modern thrillers match this subtle spatial dread. Noise from the street mingles with distant chanting, blurring secular and sacred. The contrast places superstition right inside urban progress. Readers realize the city never fully escaped its Gothic past. Levin, a Broadway veteran, understands stagecraft. Every corridor becomes a spotlight. Tension accrues before any ritual, proving anticipation can outscare spectacle. Domestic politics fuel the horror. At first, Rosemary and Guy resemble any ambitious baby-planning couple. Levin paints their marriage with affectionate but pointed strokes. Ambition defines Guy, an actor measuring success by glances and whispers. His hunger opens the door wider than Rosemary realizes. The novel shows how patriarchy disguises coercion as caring advice. Doctor decisions, hairstyle suggestions, even dining plans erode Rosemary's autonomy. These microaggressions accumulate like dust inside the apartment. When the coven finally intervenes, their control feels disturbingly familiar. Levin never preaches, yet every scene exposes structural complicity. We question how often we surrender bodily choices to trusted authorities. The horror becomes social, not merely supernatural. That relevance reverberates amid current debates over reproductive rights. Rosemary's powerlessness hurts more than any demonic reveal. The bruise stays after the book closes. Levin crafted a mirror that still reflects today's domestic negotiations. That staying power separates great horror from disposable shocks. Rosemary's Baby refuses to fade because our societies still bargain with dreams. His success tastes sweet, yet the reader senses sulfur beneath the applause. Evil wears polite smiles. The Castevets may be horror's most unnervingly charming antagonists. Minnie's casseroles, gossip, and bright dresses conceal ruthless devotion. Roman resembles a retired professor, dispensing history with twinkling eyes. Their friendliness disarms not only Rosemary, but also readers. Levin weaponizes etiquette, turning neighborly warmth into a cult conspiracy. We have been taught to reciprocate kindness. The novel exploits that lesson. Suspicion feels rude, which proves deadly. Scenes of tea and cake simmer with sinister undertones. Soundproof walls ensure the party laughter covers whispered Latin chants. Levin's satire skewers urban social performance. We present politeness while ignoring odd smells from across the hall. Rosemary learns too late that civility can camouflage predators. The lesson hits harder in our age of curated neighbor apps. Safety ratings rarely account for coven density. By amplifying everyday niceness, Levin keeps the demonic believably terrestrial. Monsters do not lurk under beds. They borrow sugar. That ironic flourish remains delicious and disturbing. Dinner invitations multiply, each edging Rosemary further from independent friendships. Isolation is engineered, not accidental, yet feels like pleasant hospitality. Levin captures that subtle shift with comic precision. We laugh, embarrassed, then notice the joke's razor underside. Horror and humour mesh, mirroring the Castevet's mismatched furniture and occult relics. Few authors balance that tonal sway without wobbling. Levin pirouettes confidently. A finale that rewrites motherhood. The climactic cradle scene retains staggering power. Levin refuses cathartic rescue, denying readers expected genre relief. Instead, he delivers a moral paradox heavier than any exorcism. Rosemary chooses involvement over destruction, embracing the unimaginable. The gesture horrifies and moves in equal measure. Many horror endings fade. This one lingers like a bruise. It confronts the societal script that mothers must love unconditionally. Levin weaponizes that expectation, questioning where devotion becomes complicity. Readers exit unsettled, unsure whether Rosemary achieved victory or surrendered. Ambiguity deepens dread because consequences stretch beyond the final page. The child will grow, the coven will scheme, society will watch politely. Levin trusts us to imagine the world that awaits. That invitation makes readers collaborators, prolonging the nightmare. 50 years on, the ending still sparks critical essays and heated debates. Few novels command such afterlife. Rosemary's Baby demonstrates that horror succeeds when it questions what love costs. We close the book, yet the question stays awake beside us. For deeper insights, read our full article linked in the description below.